Sorry, I was just thinking about some stuff. Yeah. I've never actually done any formal ARCS training myself. And my dad never taught me anything about fighting and stuff either. After I became a defender, I just kinda tagged along with you and Manon. And I just sorta developed my own style in the process. So, I'm having a hard time conveying my experience to the new recruits. I've always just gone by feel and, how do you communicate that? I try really hard, but they just look at me like I'm an alien or something. I don't know what I'd do if Dozer wasn't there to help out. I really need to work on my communication skills. What am I supposed to do? Asking around? Yeah, that might work. But who to ask? Oh, I've got it! I mean, who else, right? Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, this will be good. I gotta run, okay? Bye. Thanks for always listening.
Oh, nice to see you! I wish I had known. I would have prepared something. How are things going in Alio? Ilma's there now. I hope he's not getting in your way. Yep, that's our Ilma. As long as it's keeping him out of trouble. That's fine with me. But if he starts being a headache, you let me know. Oh, by the way, Ina stopped by. Not too long ago. She wanted to ask me about any battle training I had done. She told me she's a training instructor in Alio now. She's so kind, I think it's a good fit for her. Anyway, I told her about how our grandpa taught us to fight. The 5 of us are all so different, you know? That was hard for Grandpa to deal with. He used to always talk about the importance of recognizing our strengths and weaknesses. If one approach didn't work, he'd move on and try something else. And in turn, patiently came up with unique training plans for each one of us. Come to think of it, if Grandpa had been heavy-handed about it, the 5 of us probably would have all turned out the same way. When I shared this with Ina, she said, "Oh my gosh, I've only been thinking about myself." And then she took off running. I had so much more to share with her too. So, how are you doing? I'd love to hear about what you've been up to lately.
You're here. Don't tell me. You want to know about Ina. You sure like worrying about people, huh? Not that I'm one to talk. Don't worry. She's doing just fine. Obviously, she's still a bit rough around the edges, but that's to be expected. At first, she was pretty clueless about teaching. Now, she's really trying to tailor her instruction to each trainee's strengths. She's made real progress. Though, I get the feeling someone gave her some pointers. How about that? Mary told her about Lysis's teaching methods, huh? Ina must have a real knack for this to shift gears so quickly. Makes sense. I mean, she learned to fight just by watching you and Manon. Thought I might need to step in and help her, but maybe that won't be necessary. I can sit back and watch her work. You keep an eye on her too, okay?
Manon's body could not keep up with her constant use of Overboost. Overboost puts an incredible amount of strain on the body. That's why it's never meant to be used outside of emergencies.
An emergency power.
Unbelievable.
Me too. Manon's just... She was trying so hard, and her research was going so well. She'd finally won everyone over too.
I am also at fault here. I warned her several times, but I never convinced her to stop.
Oh, Manon. Hey, Feria. Manon will be okay, right?
Her situation is rather dire.
What?
What do you mean by dire?
Overboost consumes a large amount of photons each time it is used. Once all of the body's photons are depleted, there can be permanent effects.
Making for a difficult recovery.
Precisely.
Is there a cure?
I do not know.
No. No. Manon.
I think I might have an idea.
We're all ears.
Manon's symptoms reminded me of something. This is one of my grandpa's documents that I found in Lost Central. There's a section on photon deficiency in here. Apparently, it was a common affliction among ARC's defenders during the war. And this has info on how to recover from it.
So, there's hope for Manon?
Lysis really was amazing.
The thing is... unfortunately, it might be a little too early to celebrate.
Huh?
The treatment requires a special kind of photon crystal. The document calls it luminescine. But there's nothing on where to find it, or even what it looks like.
Luminescine? I've never heard of it.
Same here. Is that information reliable?
There's a chemical equation here that uses the crystal, so I think it must be. But we still don't know what to look for.
We have a difficult search ahead.
Yeah, that's right. We can't just stand here. We need to act. Someone might know something. Who knows? We could even just stumble across it. It probably looks like Resticine, right?
Then we try everything we can think of.
Agreed. I'll keep looking for other documents.
Please, allow me to assist you with that.
And I'll mobilize the research team, too.
Let's do this. Help is on the way, Manon.
We found some luminescine. There's just one small problem.
It looks like the amount we have probably isn't enough.
Not enough?
It did restore some of her depleted endogenous photons, but it is insufficient to cure her.
You're kidding me. How much more do we need?
We don't know the exact amount. All we know is that we need as much as we can find.
Right. Even if we have to go to the ends of Alpha.
Just knowing what it looks like now is a boon. Notify all Ark's defenders and request their assistance. They're all worried about her too. I'm sure they'll be happy to help.
I'll mobilize all available Retem defenders as well.
I'll deploy Stias. And I'll have the research team hurry and find us a location.
Thank you all. Now, let's get out and keep looking.
We've done all we can. Now it's up to luminesine's effectiveness and Manon's own resilience.
Is everyone there?
Ilma.
So... Manon's photon levels are rising.
We did it! Come on. Manon. Manon.
I know.
Manon.
You're both here.
You should be lying down.
No, I'm fine. I'm so sorry. I've caused you all so much trouble again.
Not at all. It was worth it. What's wrong? Are you still hurting?
When I collapsed, you should have just left me to die.
What? What are you even saying, Manon?
This world would be better off without me. I've caused so much pain and so much suffering.
Were you deliberately trying to destroy yourself?
I was. It was the only way I could think of. To make up for everything I've done. I thought about it a lot. And I decided that once I made things right, I could just fade away. Or so I had hoped.
Why? How could you be so incredibly stupid? Do you think that we'd want that? That we'd hate you? You're the only reason we could do any of this. You mean so much to all of us, to me. I've told you 1,000,000 times. Why don't you get it already?
But you're the only one who feels that way. I know what everyone else really thinks of me. They hate me.
That's right. We all care about you. Everyone worked together to find the Menacite. So many different defenders. So many of your friends.
Even a what?
Just look at this.
What is this?
This, right here, is proof of your character. Every single one of these people care about you.
But I'm a member of Resurgent Arcs. I was part of the experiment to restore Arcs to its former strength. Then, what am I exactly? So, does that mean I have a place here? And you won't think of me as a traitor if I don't use my power? I was so scared. Hated by everyone. I was terrified.
Hey, Manon. I know that there are a few jerks out there who might not think so highly of you. But I think that will change if you just give it time. And we're always here to help, okay? want to thank all of you. After all the things I've done, I don't know how you could forgive me, but if you could find it in your hearts, I want to stay here.
Because I love Alpha. And I love all of you. So, I'm begging you. Please, let me stay by your side. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I'm feeling good. That defender just now used to visit me at the medical bay. Well, at the time, I was so inside of my own shell that I wasn't really able to listen to her. But now, I feel like we have a real bond. My face gets hot whenever I think about it. She was teasing me about that little emotional outburst I had, too. Huh? Really? But you have a point. I never would have done something like that myself. I guess being here really has changed me. Hey, I'd like to ask you for a favor. I spent my whole life in that bizarre Resurgent Arcs environment. So I might still make some mistakes from time to time. Could you correct me when I do? You and Ina. Well, just you would be best. What do you think? Thank you.